Has everyone joined? Hello? Still how many? Yeah, ask them to join first. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Yeah. No, they are saying many students are still there pending. Okay, okay, ma'am. Yeah, I'll start my. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, very good morning to all of you. Very good morning to all of you. Can you hear me? Hi. Yeah, I'm. Okay, okay. Yeah, let me introduce myself. Myself is Ratish, and I am doing my M.Ed, pursuing my M.Ed degree from Vijaya Teachers College. So today unit I will be discussing is about knowledge and sorry, the core paper is knowledge and curriculum. Mm, yeah. So let me share one video with you first. So shall we begin the class? Yes, yes, please join in. So I will be sharing one video. Kindly observe it. Are all of you ready? At least one can say yes. Hello? Yeah. Kindly observe the video carefully.
A recount is a text telling of something that has already happened. Remember that text means a piece of writing. You might write a recount about a holiday, a birthday party, or an excursion you have been on. A recount begins by telling who, what, where, and when. This means who was there, what happened, where did it happen, when did it happen. This is called the orientation. The what? I hear you say? The orientation. It just means the beginning. It is very important to then include all the details of what happened in the order that they happened. This is called the sequence of events. A recount finishes with a personal comment. Here is an example. My birthday party. On the weekend, I had a party. It was for my birthday. All my friends came to my house and we played lots of games. After the games, we ate lunch. We had fairy bread, chips, and cake. Later, I opened my presents. I got lots of great things. Then it was time for everyone to go home. I had fun at my party. See,
Yeah, all of you unmute your video now. Sorry, unmute your audio. Few questions. Did you all observe the video? Hello? Did you all observe the video? Did you all observe the video? Yeah, so what are the things you came to know after seeing the video? Yes, anyone can answer. Yes, can you hear me? Yeah, so in the starting phase of the video, you might have observed that there were. What exactly was about the video? Can anyone explain me? Roshan, you can tell? Roshan? Yeah, what did you observe in the video? Yeah, see in the video it was some of the events represented. It was about birthday party. So in the first case, who came? All friends came and played lot of games. Followed by after games, they had a lunch along with chips, cake, and bread. Then opening of the gifts was the schedule. So after that, everyone went home, and the concluding statement was they enjoyed the day. They had fun. So what actually can you make out from this video? Wasn't it everything was arranged properly? See, first the birthday party happened, then followed by the birthday party, all lots of games. After games, they had a lunch along with chips. So it's nothing that first they opened the gift before everyone giving them gift. They first opened the gift. It's not like that. It was like properly arranged, like birthday party, friends came. So what you can understand by all this term? It is an order, right? Yes or no? Yeah, systematic order, or you can say arrangement. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. It's nothing but a sequence, a form of a sequence. Suppose just imagine if you are doing a lesson, if you are going to introduce one concept called as water. So directly you won't say the conservation, scarcity of water. You will start with the basic definition of water. Then the properties of water will come. Then the advantages, sorry, not the properties of water, physical, chemical properties of water will come. Then water conservation followed by scarcity, like that. It is in a sequence order. So here what I mean to say is a sequence, which is nothing but a set of related events which you all have observed in the video now. Movements or items that follow each other in a particular order. Is it clear? Hello? Are you able to hear me? Yes? Yeah. So this is nothing but sequence. See, in this diagram you can see a bird going from a lower position to higher position, and in the second situation you can see a bird coming from higher position to lower position. So it follows a particular pattern from high to low, low to high. So that is also a kind of pattern or arrangement, you can say. See, like in the course, if you are having your B.Ed syllabus, you will be having your B.Ed syllabus. Everything in the syllabus has been arranged in a systematic order, isn't it? Have you seen your B.Ed syllabus? Everything is ordered, everything is arranged in a systematic order. So for example, here I am given, if a teacher wants to plan a lesson planning, she will have to do first course planning, then have to come through unit planning, then followed by lesson planning. Suppose this teacher is assigned a science concept, means science subject which has 8 units. So she will have to plan it, starting from the course plan, then unit plan, then finally she will prepare lesson plan for each unit. So it is a systematic pattern. So here what I mean to say is any systematic pattern, arrangement or syllabus, it gives rise to a kind of curriculum. This is what I trying to say, a sequential arrangement. Here you can say sequential is nothing but sequence is nothing but it is just the order which you follow or arrangement you follow or a pattern you follow. So in this slide you can see it is a pattern which has been arranged properly. So in for any syllabus or arrangement or order, everything can be included to explain any meaning of curriculum. So these are the steps. So in today's class, we are going to study about the subject knowledge and curriculum. Unit 2, curriculum, meaning and its characteristics. Yes. So what the meaning of curriculum came from a Latin word called as curre. So you can see in the above slide. So what do you think the curre actually means? To run. From the slide you can observe, right? Run. Yes. It's a run. Yeah, correct. Meaning of a curriculum we'll discuss first. Curriculum begins with a Latin word which means a race or the course of a race or a run. It basically means a prescribed courses students must complete to reach the finish line of graduation. See, in your B.Ed itself, there are so many subjects, including knowledge of curriculum. You have other subjects like value education, guidance and counseling. In that, a course is there, a pattern is there, whereas your assignments, practicums are properly arranged in a format. So you have to complete all of its courses in terms of formative, summative assessment to be eligible to write for the exam, and after clearing the exam, you will get a certificate. So the definition, the meaning itself says a prescribed courses students must complete to reach the finish line of a graduation. Is it clear? Hello, are you all able to hear me? Yes. Okay. See that you listen to it very carefully. You will have to do one activity after this. So try to listen properly. Let's move to definition. So definition here says a general, it is given by Good, a general overall plan of the content or specific materials of instruction that schools should offer the students by way of qualifying him for graduation or certification or for the vocational field. Which means that in every course or in any syllabus, you will see a different pattern of arrangement. You will have a practicum or you will have assignments which you need to complete, and how to complete those practicum, some instructions will be given in the beginning. So the definition here says it is a general overall plan of the content or a specific materials of instruction. Any specific instructions will be given for the students to complete the task. That's what a good says. So the definition says. We have the second definition by Fauché, all the experience a learner has under the guidance of the school. Like a student will learn so many things in the school, like if he is unable to wear an ID card, he won't be allowed to enter inside, or if he is late to class, he won't be taken inside. So some of the moral values and punctuality can be developed through various guidance of the school. So this is nothing but the experience that learner gets from the school. That is what Fauché, the author Fauché is saying. All the experience a learner has under the guidance of the school. So are these two definitions clear? Any doubts in this you can ask. Yes? Are all these definitions clear? Yeah? Yeah, any doubt? Okay. Okay. So this is one of the activity you have to do. See which definition is more relevant to this example given below. This is taken from the knowledge and curriculum, your paper only, the syllabus. There is a practical activity in which it mentions the conduct the following activity and submit a report. So organize a skit on educational thought of Swami Vivekananda, Mahatma Gandhi. Or second one, it is collect 5 folk songs and find out temporary values integrated in it. So this is one kind of arrangement giving which definition is more relevant to this example given below. So far we have discussed about two definitions. Is it not? Yes, hello? Are you all able to hear me? Yeah. So tell me which definition is more relevant to this example given below. I have discussed two definitions, one by Good and another by Fauché. So by seeing this, you have to tell which of this definition is the most relevant. Yes, Aishwarya is here. Aishwarya, yeah, can you tell me why do you think second one is the suitable? Yeah, yeah, experience of a learner, that is fine. But what about the first definition also you read, See, I have asked which example is most relevant. Most relevant, do you think? See, in the first definition itself is just read that first definition. A general overall plan of the content or specific materials of instruction that school should offer the students by way of qualifying him for graduation. Means some of the instructions are given in this activity. Can't you you are easily able to see some of the, see they have not just mentioned the practical activity, they have told you what to do. They have not just prepare a skit, they have not told, they have mentioned whether it is Swami Vivekananda or Mahatma Gandhi, they have mentioned specifically. So it is in order, some instructions are given. So here you will see the first definition is most relevant. Okay, understood? Yeah. Coming to the activity 2, Anjali should tell me this. Anjali is here. Anjali. Anjali, are you able to hear me? Yeah. Read the definition, read this activity and tell me the answer. Mr. John was a student of St. Francis High School 23 years ago. He has been working in the same school now as a regular faculty. He further states that the attitude, punctuality, and the confidence he is having in himself now is all because of his school life earlier. So, which definition is more relevant? We have two definitions we have discussed. Yeah, yeah. Second definition is more relevant. Very good. Because the all the experience is on us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very good. Yes, just said is one of the experience. That's it. Yeah. Moving to the next. So far, we have discussed meaning of the Latin word career, then curriculum, definition given by Good and Poche. That's all. Any doubts still here so far? Yes, any doubts still here so far? Hello? Okay. Let's start with the characteristics of the curriculum. Okay. So I will be explaining each of the curriculum steps one by one in detail. So starting from the first step, each curriculum objective should be concise and understandable to staff, students, parents and the community. Here it means that the any curriculum which is prepared has to be very simple and it should not have that abstract concepts in them. So any person who is reading or who is going through the curriculum pattern should clearly understand the meaning. And always, since it is mentioned student also, it should be understandable to students. It should be according to student needs. It has to be learner centered. And it has to follow its societal norms. It has, if anyone who is able to, who is trying to read, he should have a clear idea about that curriculum which is prepared. So each curriculum object should be concise and understandable to everyone. Okay. The second definition, it states the curriculum is the result of long-term effort. It takes lot of years, maybe 1 year, 2 year, or maybe more than that to prepare a proper curriculum design. So for the students curriculum to prepare a proper design, it takes a longer period of time. It's not an easy task. So, according to you, who do you think actually is eligible to prepare a curriculum? Yes, can you hear me? According to you, who do you think is eligible to prepare a curriculum? Someone answer or else I will have to call out your name. Yes. Yeah, very good. You should have that experience, the experienced committee with you or a staff, the staff or any teacher has to be experienced. Then only she is able to prepare a curriculum with a proper guidelines following the required steps. So it's a long process. So anyone, just a fresher, can't prepare a curriculum. So the third point, the curriculum provides the logical sequence of subject matter. So right from the video, I have explained you the meaning of sequence. What is the sequence called? It's nothing but the arrangement, pattern, order. Sequence is nothing but an order. So it follows a proper, suppose if you are taking, if you are a teacher and if you want to take the concept of water, you will go through the steps. Immediately you won't start with the preservation or scarcity of water. You will follow the steps, physical and chemical properties of water, definitions of water. There will be one order which you will have to follow. Then only you will move to the next step. Okay. So another point is the curriculum complements and cooperates with the other programs in the discipline. The curriculum complements and cooperates with the other. It's nothing but the kind of interdisciplinary approach. Like in a science curriculum, I repeat, in a science curriculum, suppose if you add only the subject materials only from the science, the students won't have the other students won't get meaning from the other background area. Now it is an era of urbanization, globalization, and in this era, Bangalore itself is an IT sector, IT city. So, in seeing all these perspectives, keeping all these perspectives in mind, in science, the technology also can be related. Some environmental subjects also can be related to the science. Like if you are studying physical and chemical properties of water, the other subjects like scarcity, preservation of water, like some of the environmental issues has to be added. So when you link the materials from one subject to another, science is linked to technology, science is linked to environment, science is linked to social science, or like that. When you link, then it is kind of interdisciplinary approach. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Yeah, it's kind of interdisciplinary approach. And when you start something about there is one more approach called as integrated approach. That suppose now B.Ed degree, the students who have finished their pre-university PU can join the 4-year integrated program. Like we have BSc B.Ed, BSc Ed, BA Ed started by different university. So in that normal BSc curriculum, they have added the education material also, education course also, and they have designed a 4 years program. Like the students will get an opportunity to save their one and entire year, or else they have after BSc they have to go complete again 2 years for B.Ed. So this will save 1 year. So that is nothing but an example of integrated approach. So is it clear? Is this clear? Yes. Yeah. Any doubts? Okay. The next point is curriculum must have administrative flexibility. Now, what here I mean by administrative flexibility means the curriculum which is prepared, if it is not suitable for the student, it must be changed. If the curriculum doesn't meet the needs of the students, then it has to be changed. Because of the newly prepared curriculum, if students is having some problem, finds difficult in improvement of grade marks, all those grades are getting lower, then a curriculum has to be changed, it has to be adapted. Now in this present example, due to COVID-19, most of the educational institutions are totally closed, so we are conducting like this online classes. So somehow the curriculum designed, somehow just because the institutions are closed, we can't sit at home and relax. We should continue with our proper with our plan, with our curriculum. So that is nothing but the adjustability. Curriculum must have that flexibility. It must be able to alter, adjust anytime depending on the needs. So that is here I meant by administrative flexibility. Next point is curriculum is continuously evolving. See, try, if you are having any doubts, you can stop me in between and ask, because after this you will be doing one activity. So I will be asking you individually. So see that you pay attention. Next point is curriculum is continuously evolving. See, the curriculum which prepared last year can't be used in this year. It has to be revised or changed. So like example, once upon a time we knew that Pluto was a planet, but now Pluto is not a planet. So like that, information theories will form, information will come and go. many things, latest information will come. So curriculum must be adjusted, adaptable to the changing needs, to its dynamic needs. It must be evolved every year. It has to be changed every year. It has to be reviewed every year, like that. And it should follow the needs of the society. The curriculum should not speak against any religion. It should always follow the needs of the society. It should not say that this religion is bad. It should not have any misconception about religious or any society, gender issues, nothing. It should be stable and flexible. It should always follow the basic norms of the society, basic needs of the society. Next point is curriculum transaction has to be in a very organized way. Curriculum transaction means once the curriculum is ready, a teacher is given opportunity to transact it, to integrate it, to execute it in a classroom. So what I mean by this is you need to, for curriculum transaction, you need to be ready with this strategic planning cycle. You should have first one goal in mind. And to achieve that goal, you should follow these steps. Like first, you should have that expected outcome, what you expect from the student, expected learning outcomes that should be fulfilled. Then strategies. In B.Ed, you have studied different strategies, instructional strategies. Can some of you name some of them? Yes. Chaitara. Chaitara. Can you hear me, Chaitara? Hello? Yes. Can you tell me different instructional strategies you have studied in? At least two you can tell me you have studied in B.Ed. Instructional strategies, which is nothing but the teaching, different teaching methods you have studied in B.Ed. Yes. Yeah, many methods are there. Lecture, demonstration, critical analysis. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Enough. So these are the strategies. We have project method, lecture demonstration method. So the strategies has to be suitable, and after selecting a strategies, you should have that proper target with that strategy, how you are going to execute it with the student, execute it in a classroom. You have to see the classroom environment for that first. You should see the student's mental ability. You should see the classroom environment condition, and then only the suitable strategies which suits the best, you have to go with that. You should see that all the students are benefiting from it. Then after following these steps, you will get your final result, whether your curriculum was successful or not, or your teaching methodology is successful or not, depending on the result you will get. Like result in the case, if they are getting good marks in the required subject, okay, that means your strategy is good, implemented successfully. Or else you have to change your strategies if the grades are low or students are unable to perform well, then you have to change your instructional strategy. So this is strategic planning cycle for transacting curriculum. Remember these four steps. First is desired outcome, second is strategies, third is measures and targets, and fourth is the result, which will lead towards your goal. Any doubts still here, you can ask me. Next I'm going to do one activity. You will have to answer that. Any doubts still here? Yes or no, you can reply. Yes or no? No doubts, right? Okay, be ready for the activity now. Activity 3. Constructing a curriculum is a short and a simple process. True or false? Tell me. Just say true or false. False, right? Constructing a curriculum is a long process. It's not a short and simple. Moving to second one, the curriculum can only be related to one subject only to form an interdisciplinary approach while designing a curriculum. False, right? You can add many subjects. You can add environmental science. You can add a social science. Anything. It depends on you while preparing a curriculum. Very good. Third, Mount Carmel College, Bangalore, have started the integrated BA BSc at 4-year course. This is an example of an integrated curriculum. True or false? This explained you in the characteristics of curriculum itself. If you have listened, you must be able to answer. Bharti, can you answer me? Bharti is here. Bharti. Bharti. State whether the given statement is true or false. Yeah, answer please. Yeah, that's what. True, yeah. Because you are including along with BSc, you are including education. It's something that you are adding. So it's an integrated curriculum. It's true, correct answer. Fourth one, it is much better if school textbook doesn't change for at least 10 long years. True or false? False, right? Very good. Read this. Mr. Alex is a principal of a secondary school. He plans to modify the school curriculum as he thinks that the students' behavior disrupts its carefully designed curriculum. The most possible reason, according to him, is that curriculum set earlier does not meet the students' needs. According to this above statement, Mr. Alex has made the wrong decision. True or false? Deepika is here. Deepika, can you answer this? Yeah, your voice is breaking. Yeah, please be clear. Can you answer it? False, right? Why do you think it is false? Why do you think it is false? Yeah, while setting the curriculum, yes, answer. Yes. Yeah, while setting. Yeah. Because in this, yeah, correct answer. Mr. Alex, the principal, observed that the students are disturbed, means they are not stable in the class. Their behavior is different from after observation. He has come with the conclusion that the curriculum has to be changed. So he has made the correct decision. Okay. So it's a yeah, false. See, this state whether the given statements are true or false. Miss Sushma is a BA trainee fresher. According to her, she has the rights to prepare a curriculum at university level. True or false? False, no, because she is just a fresher. She needs experience for that. Yeah. The last one, planning of a suitable instructional strategies is a must while transacting any kind of curriculum. Planning of a suitable instructional strategies is a must while transacting any kind of curriculum. True or false? True, right? Yeah, very good. In case if time gets over, please log in again, okay? Just reminder. In case if time gets over in between, try to rejoin, re-log in again. Okay. List out any one characteristics of a curriculum apart from this. So we have discussed so many characteristics of curriculum. Roshan, can you tell me at least any one characteristics of curriculum apart from this? Roshan, yeah, tell me. Yes, curriculum gives a yeah meaning and what else? Okay, we have discussed so many characteristics. Out of this, one you can tell no. Many we have discussed now. Yeah, okay. Overall development. Curriculum is the result of long-term effort. This is your any other? Ah, it has to follow the needs of the society. Any other? Yeah, very good. Curriculum is towards the according to logical sequence of a subject matter. Anything else? We have also spoken about transacting curriculum. Then the curriculum evolution. Also, we have yeah, yeah, very good. It's nothing but a interdisciplinary approach. It has to have link with the different subjects. Yeah, very good. Yeah, curriculum has to be based on appropriate age level of the students, mental age of the students. So let's review some concepts. So what we have discussed so far today, we started with the meaning of the curriculum. Okay, curriculum is was given by a Latin word called as what is the Latin name given to the curriculum meaning? Cure. Okay. So can you explain any one definition of curriculum? Meghna is here. Meghna. Meghna, are you able to hear me? Meghna? Yeah. Can you tell me the definition given by Good? Curriculum definition given by Good, author Good, or other author was Fauché, we discussed. Tell me any definition of curriculum. Yes? Yeah, speak up. Yeah, yeah, tell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A proper instruction. Yeah. So a proper instruction has to be given. Okay. Yeah. So what are the other things we discussed after this definition? We have talked about the different. Yeah, yeah. Tell me. Yeah, 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 yeah. And what was the definition given by Fauché? Can someone different, anyone from the group can answer the definition given by Fauché? Okay. So in the transaction of curriculum, we have discussed about the strategic planning cycle. So can anyone tell that Gita is your Gita? Can you tell me the components of strategic planning cycle? I have discussed four components. To achieve the goal, we need four components. Can we discuss those four components? Can you tell me? Yeah, tell me. There are different components, right? You can tell me. Yes. Uh, Desired outcome strategies. Then we have measures and targets, and finally other results. Yeah, finally other result to achieve the goal. Very good. So this was all about today. So in today's class, we have completed meaning and characteristics of the curriculum. The next concepts we shall discuss in our next class. So there is an home assignment for you all. Represent the characteristics of a curriculum in the form of a pictorial diagram. See, you have to go to through this website. You can note down this website, or you can take a screenshot. Those of you who are using laptop can press Control Shift Print Screen. I repeat, Control Shift Print Screen to take a screenshot. So, or you can write also, represent the characteristics of curriculum. You have to go log into this website, then you will find a characteristics of good curriculum. You have to represent it in the form of a pictorial diagram or in the form of a flow chart. Okay. So pictorial diagram is nothing but in this format like this. You have to create it in a word format. Yeah, are you able to hear me now? Are you able to hear me? Hello? Yeah. This is a sample of a pictorial format. Yeah. So you have to do it in a word format. Those who are unable to do in word format, they can write down, they can do it in their notebook itself, take a peek and send it to me. Now how you have to send it is my mail ID is here, rats15best@gmail.com. You can mail either by today late evening or by tomorrow morning. You can mail me at this ID. Note down this ID. You have to mail me in the form of a word format, or if you are doing in your notebook or something, take a pic of it and send it to me in this ID. Is this clear, all of you? Is this clear, all of you? Yeah. Yeah, that was all for today. Any questions you want to ask or any doubts you want to clear, you can ask. I have discussed meaning and characteristics of curriculum in today's class. In next class, we shall discuss about the concepts of curriculum. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah, I finished.